अपरे नियत आहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वे अप्येते यज्ञविदो यज्ञक्षपित कल्मषाः. Hello friends, this is the 30th shlok of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Apare niyata aharaha, which means others control the diet. Pranan praneshu jhuvati, which means offer breath into life energy. Sarve apyate yajna vido, which means in all of these, the knower of the yajna, yajna kshapita kalmashaha, which means removes the darkness by the yajna. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna mentions the last yajna that he is mentioning in the shloks that have been going from 23rd or 24th, I think. So he has been mentioning a lot of different types of yajna, and this is the last one that he is mentioning over here. And he says that the others, they perform the yajna by controlling their diet, and by performing all these different kinds of yajna, the wise people, they remove the darkness. So the last yajna that has been mentioned is the yajna associated with controlling the diet, and the idea as to why the controlling of the diet is also a yajna, we can understand. So we know that the kind of food that we eat, it has a direct effect on our mental state. You might have noticed that when you give a food which is rich in carbohydrates to little children, then the activities of those little children actually increases quite a bit, and that is because they feel more energized, and as they feel more energized, they become excited. And so by eating a carbohydrate rich food, the children have a change in their state of mind. Similarly, you might have noticed that in the afternoon, if you eat a lot of rice, then that also makes you more sleepy. So again, by eating the food, you become slow. So the food that we eat definitely has an effect on our mental state. Now, when people control their diet, then of course they can also control their mental state. So, as an example, when you perform fast, then by fasting, you decrease the amount of food intake that you're taking, and by doing that, your mind actually slows down, and so you are not really thinking about a lot of things. When you are fasting, your mind actually slows down, and it basically focuses on the very important thoughts only. Moreover, when you perform the fasting, then that fasting has a disciplinary effect on your mind also, because your mind has to have a lot of willpower to avoid eating things that it wants to eat because of the hunger that it feels. So, by performing the fast, you slow your mind down, and you also make it more disciplined. And such a mind which is not very excited by the surroundings, which is focusing on the basic things, and which is also disciplined, is a mind which is actually ideal for the attainment of absolute truth, because absolute truth is something which is beyond the excitements of this universe, and absolute truth can only be attained through spiritual discipline. And so by slowing your mind down, by controlling your diet, and by making it disciplined so that it doesn't really get distracted by the things around you, you can attain a state of mind which is free from the external stimuli, and that mind is in a perfect situation to really understand absolute truth. So this is a very nice way through which you can attain absolute truth, and that's why throughout history people have been performing fasting, and not just in the Hindu tradition but also in other traditions also, because it helps you in cultivating discipline, and it slows your mind down so that you do not get excited by the external factors. So I hope that I've explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.